So you are new to FPS games, looking to rank up, or a seasoned veteran looking to sharpen their skills? Then Aim for Dummies is for you. Episode 1. The Beginning. In this section, I'm going to cover mouse selection, mouse pad selection, DPI, and the best DPI for you, and some basic settings to get you started clicking on heads. So there's about 1 million gaming mice out there, right? It's okay, because I'm here to give you the information to pick the best mouse for you. The number one thing you should keep in mind for a mouse is size. You don't want to be an hour into playing a comp match and your hand starts hurting because you have a mouse too small or too big. Link number 1 in my bio is a link that will help you measure your hand to determine what mouse size is best for you. Now that you have your hand size, you're going to look for mice with high polling rates. Polling rate is how many times the mouse is sending information per second. So the higher the polling rate, the more precise the mouse is when you're moving it. The average polling rate on current mice is 500 times per second and comes pretty standard on modern mice. You do not want to go lower than this if possible, but if you are unable to, it is okay and won't affect you too much. When it comes to choosing Bluetooth versus wired, there's not much of a difference for a beginner. Bluetooth mice on average have a latency of 8 to 16 milliseconds, which is most likely unnoticeable for a new player. Once you have a group or a couple of mice that fit your hand and have high polling rates, then you can choose whichever mouse is the prettiest, most aesthetic, or whatever you want it to be. Keep in mind, some mice have extra buttons and such as well. When it comes down to price, you just have to buy the one you're most comfortable spending the money on. Also, don't worry if you don't have the best mouse in the world. It's not going to affect you too much. With the mouse picked out, we can move on to mouse pads. This one is pretty easy. In my opinion, you should get the largest mouse pad that fits your setup. This goes into some more advanced stuff, but the more space you have on the mouse pad, the lower sensitivity that you're able to have, which transfers into having much more control of your crosshair in-game. Also, if getting a mouse pad is an issue, most gaming mice can be calibrated to work on any surface, but personally, I don't recommend you go that route. Now we can move on to DPI. You might be thinking, what is DPI? DPI is how we measure the mouse sensitivity. Told is the number of DPIs, dots per inch, that a mouse can detect. By changing your mouse DPI, you can adjust pointer speed tasks. So the higher the DPI, higher the mouse sensitivity. Lower the DPI, lower the mouse sensitivity. Your DPI is important because the DPI is what determines how much your cursor moves to how much you moved your mouse in real life. This might seem a little complicated, but you're in luck. For a beginner, you should have your DPI as 800 and adjust your in-game sensitivity to your liking. 800 is a very standard DPI and will still be a comfortable DPI for desktop browsing. In a more advanced video, I will talk about changing your DPI and some mathematics behind choosing your perfect DPI with reference to your mouse and your computer monitor. The best setting to get better. First, you're going to open up your Windows Settings tab. Next, click on the Devices section. Then, find the Mouse tab on the left of the screen. Then, find Additional Mouse Options. Then, Pointer Options. And then make sure your Enhanced Pointer Precision is turned off. We do not want this on because this will help you start to build muscle memory with your mouse movements.
Less big? Send it to fucking fresh nuts!
No, it's the tracer actually.
Woohoo! Oh! I'm bloody filthy. Oh!
Did you do it over the roof?
Mercy's the 1 HP. Nice. Oh no.
Oh, Cole, you're kind of nasty. What the fuck? Cole, what the?
Let's go!